Alright guys, welcome to the final boss of 8.4, Glykhan here. And just as a reminder, I am not in the content creator program, so this is like my first time getting a look at this boss after looking at other videos just like the rest of you. So phase 1 here against this, there are 5 different tasks that you want to do, and as you do them, it's going to cause punishments. So parries, you can only parry 3 times. Hit into the block, so it's light attack, so that means like a medium light, so you can tap in like twice and you get the second charge there. And as you do this, you're going to gain prowess, which is going to increase your damage. And the only way to do damage is by countering his heavy, which we're going to do right here, so we can start to do damage, or specials. Or countering his specials, and that's the only way you can do it. So if I counter his special here, which I mess up, I can't do any damage. So, and you can use your striker to increase your damage. So if you do a combo into a striker, into another combo, into a special, you are going to get massive damage. Now, there are problems that you run into. You can see that green that came up and he kind of got an evade that I got away with a striker. One of the issues is if you do one of the tasks more than the amount of times, more than 3 times, which again is stun, hit into block once, do damage with a special, do damage with a striker, or intercept twice in a row, that is going to, they're going to give you punishments like for the parry one. If you do a stun, he's going to get an evade charge. He's going to evade and counter your next attack, so you don't want to do that. If you intercept too many times, your stuns and striker stuns will not activate, which is going to be quite annoying. But the more you do, like right now I've picked up as many prowess as I can by evading his specials and doing all the tasks. It resets. I have a whole bunch now of prowess, and I'm doing lots of damage. Champions that already benefit from prowess, like Storm, Bishop, Apocalypse, are all going to benefit more from the prowess that you're gaining in this fight. The issue that I had is I was parrying with Storm, or like if I used Hulk, and if I parry too much, I should have not parried at all, because then when I do throw a big special 2 and I stun, the stun is going to count towards that task, and it's not instead here, if I throw a big special 2, I'm going to get punished with that evade is ready, and then he hits me and I die. So that's something that I learned, that if I redo this fight, I'm not going to do, and I do the same thing I think with Hulk, because I'm already at 3 of the stun charges there, the one in orange. And if I do another stun, he's going to get an evade, and that becomes a problem for me. So when I throw the special 1, that's what I shouldn't have done, and then I get hit with a counterattack. So that's kind of the problem here, and learning how to evade or how to bait his heavy, the timing on it, and the specials. That special 2 has a very slow axe throw in, and the special 1, you have to realize, I find it's only like 3 dexes. Like this one, the special 2 I found a little bit easier to counter than the special 1 initially, but the special 1, once you get it, you understand it, but it's almost like there's a, I don't know how to say it, you think you need to dex more than you actually do, at least from my perspective, and then I ended up getting clipped by it a lot when I did this with my other account. So I found this was the other account was more of my testing ground, so this is my first time doing it on the main, and I still made mistakes, still plenty of mistakes, but we finally get him down and into phase 2. In phase 2, you're doing the exact same things in terms of your tasks, hitting into block, the parries, counter baiting heavy attacks in order to do damage, chaining those combos into strikers, and again, more damage the better. So you can see bait a heavy attack, go in full combo into a striker, into another full combo, into a special if you can, and then the specials, you're not going to know what special he's throwing until he throws it. When he throws the special, it's always going to be that special 2, but if it's an unstoppable timer, it's going to be the special 1. If it's an unblockable special, it is going to be the special 2. I accidentally pushed him to a special 3, but the issue with the specials in the phase 2 is that he gets the unstoppable. If you don't get a full evade of the special, the unstoppable timer is going to still be on when the special's over and you can't attack in afterwards. If you get a full evade on the special, then you can go ahead and attack in afterwards, no problem. So let's take a look at how this ends up going. And so we're going to counter the heavy attack, go in, great, get a nice striker into into another full combo, into a special, get as much damage in as possible, and Doom actually works. I know why Doom works extremely well, because his special 1 power steal is active the entire time, which is really, really, really nice, especially in phase 3. And I think I can see why Doom, guys like MSD got an initial solo with Doom. That is for sure how it works. Now you see here, he stayed unstoppable after it because I got clipped by the middle part of the special. If you get clipped by any part of the special, right there, I got clipped again, and he stayed unstoppable. So I got to wait it out again, and it gets me stuck in the corner, and this is why I'm going to get slapped in the face. So I try to get out of it with a striker and a combo, even though this special, you see him doing no damage, because it's just for me to get away from the wall and see if I can, and I accidentally trigger, because I hit into his block, I triggered that wonderful evade, and I'm going to die again. I ended up using 1 team revive and some potions to heal up my team, and phase 2 was absolutely the worst. I kind of threw everyone at him, trying to get my timing down on the special 1 and 2 full decks, and it's going to become even more apparent in the 3rd phase when you're rooted during the countering his heavy, baiting his heavy, and during his specials. So again, you can see Apocalypse benefits really well from the prowess. So here we're going to go back away, get a full evade, and then we can counter. So that's the unstoppable, unstoppable, is the special 1. And unblockable is going to be the special 2. So that's the special 1 timer, and you don't have to dex nearly as much, I think, as you think when you initially do it. At least that was my perspective. And here we're going to go ahead, we can punish him nicely there, get some decent damage, and again, it's a very unique type of fight here. So you can see he's going to throw that axe there at the end. You have a lot more time to evade it than it seems. It comes in pretty slow, and you can counter it as soon as you evade it. Once you get the evade, you can go ahead and do it. So here I'm getting into the much better flow of actually fully evading the specials, keeping an eye on the right hand side of the screen. If it's the unstoppable, it's the special 1. If it's unblockable, it's the special 2. So I'm getting an idea, but there again, I still get clipped by it. I was doing better, and if you get clipped by it, you can't counter. If you can't counter, you can't do damage, and that becomes an issue. Right, so, and there you can't really use like 20% revives or 40% revives. You could, but it's going to be a pain because there's a lot of block damage to potentially take, especially when you're baiting heavy attacks. So I suggest healing up for it. Will make your life a lot easier. But here, this is going to be the special 2. So I missed. See, it was a little bit slow. I evaded too early, and I get clipped. Right. We're going to go back in with Storm. And again, it's very, very easy to go ahead and make mistakes. Like, again, I should not have parried there. I should have just baited a heavy attack. And that would have been much smarter of me. But I'm kind of learning as we go here. And I go ahead and I punish with a special. And this is going to be the special 1. But again, I get clipped by the special 1 evade. Now, I have seen champions like Storm come in and guys who are fully boosted up to the gills maxed out Storm with crazy damage can basically cheese through the entire fight in like less than 3 minutes. I've seen stuff with Doom is quite incredible. Even Hulk I've seen can get a solo by cheesing through it with so much prowess and damage. So I can see how the longer this fight is out, you're going to see more and more crazy solos. But you just need to have time to practice the spacing on everything. Like you can see here, I'm just getting wrecked in this round with Storm. Just did not get my bearings at all. And I end up once I think Hulk here is going to push is going to finish off this final 10%, and we're going to get to phase 3. And phase 3, what happens is instead of building up charges by doing tasks and then getting prowess, you're going to start with a full all the tasks are going to be at max, and as you do them they disappear. So it's a completely different, it's a little bit unique in that regards in phase 3, and everything is going to be rooting you, which is very annoying, and we'll see that shortly once Hulk gets Glykhan down to the 3rd phase. And even just figuring out the timing on baiting his heavy is going to be essential here in this 3rd phase. So we're going to start off, you're going to see he's going to be at max stacks of everything, which means like your parries won't stick. And you see even here, I just couldn't get, I couldn't get my bearings on that evade that baiting of his heavy. It was just rough. It just wasn't working for me, and I got smashed. So we're going to go in with Apocalypse here, and I think I do a bit better. It's like maybe it's a little bit slower timing than I think it is. I was rushing, but here you can see he starts at max stacks, and even if in this scenario, even if you take a little bit of block damage, or if you get blocked by his special, yes, he's going to put some damage over time on you from getting hit, but you can still attack in. Like, I'm not perfect here, but I can still attack in. I'm taking some chip damage because he puts like a wound of defiance on you if you get clipped by his special. But even if you do get clipped in this 3rd phase, you can still attack in afterwards and do some damage. Once you get the timing on baiting the heavy attack, not like that because I got clipped again. But once you get it, you can go ahead and get your damage in. And again, if you're using champion, I'm using a whole slew of champions that could do a decent job here. And there, see, I got like a almost full evade there, not a perfect evade, so I did take some damage from him, but I am building up, I did build up plenty of prowess there before getting clipped. Now I think I finish off the rest of the fight with Doom, and I realize how awesome Doom is for this fight, mainly because I can do, as long as I can bait heavy attacks well, and I can keep blocking and baiting heavy attacks, I can actually use my special one to steal power. But you can see here, right, the only issue I had is that my striker there, I was relying on my striker to get me an opening, but because the striker one is still at 3 charges, then I'm not going to be able, like, my striker is going to fail, and then you see striker opening failed again. So because the striker opening failed, you just have to be aware of that it's not going to happen in this phase right away. But still, you can see I can get a big special 2 off. I'm going to go ahead, bait another heavy attack. So you see I'm not really baiting his specials at all with Doom. I'm able to just push him to like 2 bars. I can go ahead and steal. And I think I could throw the unblockable special. I'm not 100% if that unblockable special would, because it's not really a chain of a combo. So that's why I wasn't throwing it. I made sure I was chaining into the combo to make sure I actually got the damage from it. You can see some massive damage on that special too. And when you get to the very end of the fight, when you get him to 0%, then he's going to go indestructible for a little bit of time, and then you have to bait one more like heavy attack and hit him to finish off the fight. So that can also be a really annoying task. Doom again ended up working extremely well here because he's indestructible, but I bait a heavy attack, I get a full combo, into a striker, which doesn't work, but I go ahead, throw the special 1, then I can throw the unblockable special 2, even though it's not doing any damage. I throw it here just to kill time until that timer expires. Then I'm going to bait one more heavy attack, and I finish him. So hopefully that helps you out a lot. I did only do this only the second time I'm doing the fight. I only did it one time on the other account, and I did horrible in some places. I improved a lot here, but still died. Only one team revive. I hope that helps you out. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. Help everyone else out. If you use someone who did an amazing job, that's always nice to see, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.